I'm Susun Weed, and this is my granddaughter, Monica Jean. What are we going to do?
Make
A nourishing herbal infusion. Out of what herb are we going to use? Nettle, stinging nettle, the herb of energy. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our bowl on the scale, and then will you push that button that says on, T-A-R-E? On, T-A-R-E, and it calculates, and now what does it say? 0, right? It took away the weight of the bowl. So you want to get a scale that can take away the weight of the bowl, and now you can start putting nettle in there. Okay. Can you reach in there and start getting some nettle in there? And I'll tell you when to stop, because we want 1 ounce of nettle. Good work, Monica Jean. That's right. Okay, let's get our herb in our bowl. And we've got almost an ounce, and almost an ounce, and now it's an ounce. We've got an ounce, and now what are we going to do with our ounce of nettle? What are we going to do with this 1 ounce of nettle? We have to put it in our jar, right? Yeah. Okay, so now that we've weighed out 1 ounce of our homegrown and cut stinging nettle, we're going to put it into a jar. If you buy stinging nettle, it will look like this. As you see, it's more finely cut up when you buy it. When you harvest it yourself, it is important to cut it up, but it's hard to cut up. And note that we have the stalks in there with our stinging nettle leaf. Sometimes because we say stinging nettle leaf, people think that you don't use the stalk, but you can see that we have cut up the stalk right along with the stinging nettle leaf. Now you see it's not a volume measurement, because if we were to weigh out 1 ounce of this cut and sift stinging nettle, it would be a smaller volume, and this is why it's a weight measurement. Now I'm going to pour boiling water into the dried stinging nettle in our jar, and I'm going to do that without your help. Is that okay, Monica Jean?
Yes, I'm going to
back off a little bit because it's boiling water, and we want to be really careful with that. Here we go, pouring our boiling water into our jar. Notice that I'm using a canning jar. Canning jars are glass that are designed to be okay when there's boiling water. Other jars may work for a while, but they will often break what I call catastrophically. That is with boiling water and broken glass all over the place. And that's not something that any of us want to deal with. All right, one last thing we have to do to make our infusion. What do we have to do?
Lid.
Put a lid on it. That's right. And now our nourishing herbal infusion is ready to sit. It will be ready to drink in 4 hours. And at that time, we'll strain the nettle out, refrigerate the liquid, and drink that stinging nettle infusion to give us energy, to rebuild the adrenals, to rebuild the kidneys, to help prevent and reverse adult onset diabetes, to help keep our mood elevated, to make our brains function well, and in general, to make us feel like we're in top health. I love stinging nettle infusion. How about you?
I like it too.
Yeah, and we think you will too. Green blessings from Susun Weed
And
and Monica Jean.